Hello and welcome to the Sci-Fi Collective. My name's Wayne.
And I'm Jude. Hello. Tonight we are going to be talking about the first episode of The Orville, which Wayne and I have just watched. So we're going to give you our reactions. We've not spoken to each other at all tonight. We're just recording straight away, so we're all hearing this for the first time.
And we thought that was probably best rather than just getting together, discussing it, thinking about what we're going to talk about. I think we work best if we're giving you our initial gut instincts, our
Yeah.
unfiltered opinions on the show.
One thing I will just get out of the way, sort of really quickly, is that me and you have read a couple of reviews over the last couple of days leading up by reviewers what have obviously got the episodes early, and some of it was negative and some of it was positive, but somehow now looking back at both of those, like, they make sense. I can see how different opinions would be made by people that do like Star Trek and people that never like Star Trek and never will like Star Trek. So I'll just get that out of the way first.
And I think that's a fair thing to actually say. I'm going to heap it with some praise first. I love the visual style of it.
Yeah, well, I round it off by saying you can see, if you didn't know already, you can see that Seth MacFarlane is a massive TNG fan. If you didn't know before, now you know. I mean, I've heard interviews with him, and he said about how the way he loved the ship looked, the interior more so than the exterior, and that totally shows in the Orville. Like, it's got TNG all over it.
Absolutely, and also I enjoyed the concepts of what the future looks like on Earth as well. Even to the point of Seth MacFarlane's character's apartment. I thought it worked really well.
I did, yeah.
Whoever is the set designer and in charge of all of the visual aspects of the show, I think they've done an amazing job.
Me too. It did the same thing what TNG did all those years ago. It set a mood, it set a feeling. It even if it wasn't the highest budget stuff, like, you're in that place, you're taken into that place.
Absolutely.
I liked it.
And we even got to see a holodeck as well, so that's harkening back once again to TNG.
So many nods to Trek in this program, but especially TNG. Yeah. I even felt like this first episode of The Orville, it reminded me of lots of Star Trek firsts, but particularly the first episode of TNG, like bits of that first episode and first season.
Very much.
There's lots of stuff what just like flowed nicely, and there was lots of like jokes. And I mean, the thing I'd say about the comedy in this show is I think it's really for Star Trek fans like Seth MacFarlane. Like, if you're a Star Trek fan, like, simple little jokes seem funnier because you've watched 7 seasons of TNG and maybe more of all the other shows, Star Trek shows. So simple things like when they were in a gunfight at the end, and he says to the doctor on the planet that they're helping, the scientist, I should say, like, "Oh, stand behind Commander whoever," and he's like, "I don't know who that is." It's like, "Oh, that one there." He's like, "Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm just getting used to the names."
Yeah.
It's like simple little things like that.
Okay, that is what I'll say. That pieces of humour like that works well in the show.
Yeah.
Like when the crew are discussing personal issues between the captain and the first officer. I think that works well.
Yeah.
I think, but for me personally, humour is very subjective.
Yeah.
because people have very different senses of humour, and some things will hit with some people, and some things will hit with other people. But for me, about 90% of the humour in the show didn't hit,
Mhm.
and felt quite forced.
Yeah.
Pieces of the humour, like we just said, did work for me,
Yeah.
but I just there was a point up until the first 15 minutes before we'd really got into the actual
Mhm.
episode that it was a lot of loads and loads and loads of attempts at humour, but up until that point, near enough all of them never hit with me, and I was slightly concerned by that.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. They did seem a bit odd. As we start to see future episodes, which I presume we will, but very soon, I think some of those jokes what fell flat, like in the first 15 minutes for you, might make a bit more sense, but they're just for those characters what were making the jokes, maybe just, where some characters may have more of the drama, and some characters may just constantly have those stupid sort of like crude one-liners and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the characters in the show, like they clearly have things taken from TNG characters and Star Trek characters, and they've just mashed them up and swapped little aspects of TNG characters' personalities around. But obviously that is something we've not seen in Star Trek, is people just making crude jokes.
Mm-hmm.
But as I was watching it, I'm wondering, like, as much power as Seth MacFarlane has, was it pressure from Fox and whoever else saying, like, you need to make it more like what you do already?
Yeah.
Because
the thing is, we know that Seth MacFarlane wanted to put a serious Star Trek show together.
Yeah, you can really feel that, like if you just cut these tiny little bits out, these tiny bits of dialogue where I can't even remember the jokes right now.
Mm-hmm.
Things like making a porno in a shuttle or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you just cut them out, it would be TNG practically, and they just swap. There's just different names for things. Like instead of United Federation Planets, you've got the Planetary Alliance Union or something. Stuff like that. But yeah, it does almost feel sometimes like some of that humour is shoehorned in there.
Yeah.
But as I say, I think that maybe it might be just given to certain characters, like the helmsman and the navigator. They seem to be the ones what had a lot of that.
Yes.
And we'll see how it goes as it goes on. I'm definitely gonna keep watching as long as I'm able.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that's the thing. Once again, there's a lot of comparisons to TNG with regards to the crew. There's a character similar to Data, apart from it's an alien species that hasn't got a clue. But to be honest, I loved the crudeness of his outfit.
Yeah.
It's
pretty dodgy.
It's really, really dodgy. For me, I found that quite amusing.
Yeah. No, that did sort of remind me of like something out of like Red Dwarf or something like that.
Yeah, or Mystery Science Theater, or
Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely. And there's a character that is very much reminiscent of Worf.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And
I apologise to everyone out there. I haven't memorised a single character name from the show.
No, that's the thing. We've literally just finished watching it 10 minutes before recording. So next time maybe we'll have a list of names in front of us so that we can remind ourselves. But yeah, so no, do apologise. We haven't remembered names. What do you think of the ship? The externals of the ship?
Yeah, I quite liked it. It sort of looked weird, like the back end of it. They're not conversations that I usually have, but
Mhm.
I mean, like the front of the ship almost looks like Voyager-ish,
Yeah.
but even smoother. But then the back, I was trying to work out the aerodynamics of it. Like, would that not just snap off? Maybe all these little bits. It's like
Mhm.
almost like a squid, but like if its tentacles like were attached to each other on each
Mhm.
side. Um,
Yeah.
Can't think how else to put it. But, well, I think I can say this spot. It's not a big spot. It does break.
Yeah.
It does break in the show.
Mhm.
But no, I thought it was okay. You know.
Mhm. And also, that's the thing. We're trying to not give anything away because there is plenty of people that aren't gonna be watching this for some time.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't think I've said too much by saying it.
No. 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 Not at all. You definitely hasn't gave anything away. Um, I think maybe my expectations were slightly higher than what we received,
Hmm.
but was I disappointed to the point that I thought, well, that was a pile of shit? No.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want that, but to be honest, I didn't think that was going to happen because I was kind of expecting two different things from what I'd read and the
Mhm.
trailer I'd seen. Like one comment I read of someone's on like Facebook or something today
Mhm.
was that the trailer didn't do a good job of representing the program. The trailer that I've seen, and obviously that person saw, they really tried to push the comedy in it.
Yes.
You know, they showed that it was like TNG, but it was more like they were trying to show it as Galaxy Quest, the
Mhm.
TV show, rather than what it is.
Yes.
Because they put loads. I'm guessing that's almost the whole first season's worth of silly um, slapstick sort of gags and stuff
Yeah.
that they shove in the trailer. But
I think that's a very fair thing to say.
mm,
I think the trailer definitely did misrepresent um slightly what the show was going for.
but I think it's a mixture as well. That one review we read, that really negative review, I think it was
Mhm.
Esquire,
Yes.
where they were saying like, oh, this only exists because Fox are trying to make Seth MacFarlane happy, so he'll continue doing the other shows for them, and there
Mhm.
may be some truth to that.
Mhm.
Um, but I just think, so bloody what? He's done so much for Fox and continues to do so
Mhm.
with his cartoon empire of those three or more shows that he has. Like, why not let him do this? But I just feel like that influence is coming through where they're saying, you've got to do some jokes in there, and you've got to let us help you with the trailers, and because
Yeah.
we're worried about you alienating the audience that you already have for Family Guy and American Dad and all that stuff.
Mhm.
We don't want you just showing this show to Star Trek fans. We want more people to watch it, but then it's difficult for me to judge tonight exactly what a non-Star Trek fan is going to be looking at that show. I would imagine they would think it was crap. Someone who
Yeah.
doesn't like Star Trek.
Yeah. No, definitely. I would say that that's very fair because on one Facebook group, one Star Trek Facebook group, they had a poll of what people thought of the show,
Hmm.
and did have quite a number of people had responded, and 100% of the people said that they enjoyed it.
Oh, cool. But it's on the Star Trek thing. Yeah.
Exactly. So for Star Trek fans, it's definitely hit
Hmm.
something that they enjoy. But as you said, I'm not sure if my wife watched it all because my
I
wife
think
did
that's
watch
it.
the first 15, 20 minutes and she wasn't really that fussed.
Yeah, I'm going to try doing the same with my wife, get her to watch it, see what she says, just so we can talk about it on here.
Yeah, no, I think because tomorrow my wife's going to try and finish the whole thing. So it'll be interesting to see what non-Trekkies think of it. But
Yeah.
I think you might be right. I think they might think it's not that good. because they'll be wanting the humour that comes along with what's expected from the creator of Family Guy.
Yeah. I hope, if that is the case, that other people, non-Trek fans, are not going to get behind it. I hope the Trek fans do get behind it enough
Hmm.
to keep the ratings up, and Fox let Seth keep doing it.
Exactly, because once again, as we've said before, it's very much on a traditional television platform.
Yeah.
So as far as they're concerned, the viewer numbers really do matter,
Mhm.
and so that would determine where it goes. So, but I hope that people do get behind it, because it's once again reminiscent of TNG. It needs to get its footing, and it needs a chance to get its footing.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. It's total flashback, isn't it, to
Yeah,
1986 and 1987.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I think all in all, I did enjoy it. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'd say the same, but I'm willing to be patient to see if it makes me love it after 2 or 3 more episodes, or however many episodes there's going to be in season 1.
Yeah,
I'm going to give it a good old chance.
yeah, no, definitely. As long as it's on the air, I'll definitely give it a go,
Yeah.
and see where the series goes, and where Seth MacFarlane takes us.
Mm.
So let us know in the comment section below what you thought of Orville, and whether you're going to be sticking with it. So it'll be interesting to see everyone's reactions, because
Definitely.
that's the thing, is it's a show that people have been looking forward to for some time. So
Yeah.
yeah. So let us know what you think. Remember to give this video a like and share it, and subscribe to the channel if you'd be so kind. We really do appreciate all of your support. So until next time, we're going to go make a porno in the back of the shuttlecraft.
Nice.